make a basic crepe. Grab 2 eggs and crack them into your blender. Take 3 tablespoons of melted butter and now add that into your blender. Add 3/4 cup of whole milk into your blender. Add 1/2 cup of water. Add 1 cup of flour. All-purpose flour works best. Put your lid on and turn your blender on for 10 to 15 seconds. Then place it in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. You want the bubbles to die down because you had just aerated your batter. That'll cause problems when you start making your crepe. After the 20 minutes is up, turn your stove on to a medium-low heat. Place your pan on top and then spray it with whatever non-stick sticking spray you want to use. Grab a ladle or a spoon and you're going to ladle out a little dabble of it into your pan. You don't want to ladle out too much because you want your crepes to be paper thin and not thick like a pancake. Now remember, your first crepe is actually going to be your test crepe. Pour the batter into the pan and then swirl the pan around in a circle. Then place back on the stove and wait about 45 seconds to a minute. If it takes longer than that to cook, then you need to turn your heat up. If it cooks too quickly, then you need to turn your heat down. That's why this is a test crepe, because we're adjusting the heat settings of our stove. Notice as the crepe is cooking, the top is taking on a opaque, glossy-like look. This is a good sign. That means your batter is cooking fully and you didn't ladle too much batter into your pan. Remember, you want your crepes to be paper thin, not like a pancake. Grab a plate and a paper towel. If you're going to be stacking your crepes, you need some paper towels to separate them so they don't stick together. Test the sides of your crepe and start loosening it from the bottom of the pan. Notice how I'm scraping the sides to loosen it slightly. This is me testing the crepe. If your crepe falls apart while you're loosening the sides, that means you need to probably turn your heat up on your stove. Now here comes the hard part for most people, flipping the crepe. You can use both your hands and you flip it just like this. Now flatten it back down. Wait 20 to 30 seconds because you have to finish off the crepe on this side. Now this isn't a bad looking crepe because remember, this is our test crepe. I'm looking for a little more brown on my crepe. So what I'm going to do for the next crepe is I'm going to turn the heat up slightly. That way it'll give me a little more crisper golden brown look to my crepe. Scoop it with your spatula and place it onto the paper towel on the plate. Now remember, this is a basic crepe recipe. This isn't a sweet or a savory crepe recipe. I'm going to show you how to make those in the later videos. This is just a basic recipe that you can use to experiment with. Think of it as the foundation recipe for crepes. Say you wanted to have something more savory and you wanted to add rosemary or chopped up thyme. Well, you could do that with this crepe recipe by just adding those ingredients. Okay, so our first crepe is over with. Now we're on to the second crepe. Remember that first crepe is our throwaway crepe. So go ahead and ladle out another batch of batter into your pan. Now because I adjusted the heat setting, this crepe's going to cook a little faster. Take your spatula, go ahead and scoop underneath that crepe and then flip it over. Do you notice how it's more golden brown now? Now finish off the other side in 10 to 15 seconds. This may take a little practice, but this foundation crepe will help you later on when we start adding alcohol into our batter. Continue making crepes until your batter's all gone. If you have a non-stick pan, like I'll be showing you later, then you don't have to spray every time you make a crepe. This just happens to be a stainless steel pan that I have to spray. Now this recipe should make you about 17 to 22 crepes. So good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.